Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my potential transfer plans for Game Week 33 and also how I got on in Game Week 32. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment what are your plans for the next game week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, my Game Week 30 wildcard goes from bad to worse. We finished this week on 51 points, a Game Week rank of 7 mil. My rank has basically doubled from 4k to 8k. Yeah, it's just all gone wrong, really. I just made the completely wrong decisions on that wildcard. I went with no Arsenal defence, expecting Brighton to score. Obviously, Arsenal winning 3-0 was not on the cards. Obviously, went completely against my decision. I mean, they're probably going to keep a clean sheet against Villa as well. I'm going to free hit them in on the 34 double, but as of right now, I've lost a lot of points. I think I'm about 30 points down from playing my wildcard to if I hadn't, because I would have kept players like Foden, who obviously got a hat-trick the other week, would have kept Gabriel for both of those clean sheets, whereas I've brought in players like Gusto, who's just underperformed completely. I would have also had Porro as well, who got like an 11-pointer last night, so that is it's the difference. It is what it is. You know, I backed the wildcard, and it has just gone completely wrong. But yeah, Petrovic in goal with 2 points. Yeah, I mean, Chelsea is just, it's just awful, man. I can't believe how bad Chelsea are this season. They just cannot keep the ball out of the back of the net. Conceding to 10-man Burnley, and then also drawing 2-2 to Sheffield United away. I mean, it's just rough. Like, I'm glad I'm not a Chelsea fan, because it must be rough watching that every single week. But yeah, Petrovic finishing with 2 points. Bradley picking up a yellow card and then coming off early. It's actually good that he came off early because they did concede 2, so I actually got a point from that. But yeah, I do actually want to quickly say as well, I missed the deadline, which is why my team looked exactly like my team selection before I'd made any transfers and stuff. I'd slept through the deadline and my captaincy was still on Son, and I hadn't made a defender transfer. So I actually have 2 free transfers now going into the next week, but yeah, I think if obviously it's in hindsight and stuff, but I think if I had not slept through the deadline, I probably would have brought in Gvardiol for Lascelles. So it wasn't the worst thing in the world because Gvardiol came off with 0 points, and it would have really just wasted my transfer. I don't know what the situation is with him at the moment, if he's injured or not, but yeah, it would have probably been Lascelles for Gvardiol. So in that sense, it wouldn't have been that bad. Like, I was kind of toying between Gvardiol and Aït-Nouri, but I think I would have gone Gvardiol because of the Luton at home fixture as well next week. So yeah, in that regard, it's not too bad. However, though, I would not have gone Son captain. I would have gone Salah, because I did literally in the last video make this big spiel how last time I went against Salah, who had United away, he obviously went big, and I didn't want to deal with that again. And obviously, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, Salah scored 8 and Son scored 5, but that's probably my captaincy there. So all in all, it didn't matter too much, but that's probably the decisions that I would have made if I hadn't slept through the deadline. Which is bad, I know. I should have set an alarm and stuff. It's my own fault. But anyway, yeah, Bradley got 1 point. Udogie got 2 points. And then Van Heck obviously came off the bench for Gusto, who isn't injured. He was just tired, apparently, which is why he was not in the squad. So, yeah, I mean, all in all, I don't think it would have mattered that much anyway. I think Gusto would have got 1 point regardless. Maybe he would have got an attacking return. You don't know. But, yeah, I don't think it would have mattered that much. So, all in all, terrible from my backline again. I don't think I've actually had a clean sheet on this wildcard. I think that I've had pretty bad luck on. I don't think I've had a clean sheet. Maybe Bradley got me one. I'm not too sure. Actually, I don't think he got me a clean sheet, but I think it got me like 2 bonus points. So yeah, no, I don't think I've had a single clean sheet since game week 29, which is not even 29, because obviously I think Martinez got me 2 bonus points in that game. I don't think I've had a clean sheet since game week 28, which is a bit mad. You know, in 4 game weeks, not 1 clean sheet. It's a bit crazy. But anyway, it's my own fault. Anyway, that's the back line. In midfield, obviously, Son captaincy. Could have actually held, to be fair. He did hit the post from a really good cell save, which would have obviously been really, really good for my game week. But, yeah, he finished on 10 points regardless. Saka finishing on 10 points. Also coming off early as well, so I don't know if that's going to be, like, the situation going forward. Salah picking up 8 points. The penalty, obviously, that's just what penalty takers can do. Yeah, it was a terrible challenge in the box. I don't know if it would have been. It was a bit of an interesting decision, really. I mean, I don't really know, but either way, it was a penalty. It stood, and obviously Salah scored it. And then Palmer picking up 5 points as well. Yeah, Chelsea just didn't really look that good last night. I think an assist wasn't too bad for Palmer. Also came off early as well. I think he was also tired. And then Isak picking up 2 points. Solanke picking up 2 points. The Solanke transfer has also been absolutely diabolical. Just absolutely ridiculous there. And then Haaland also picking up 8 points as well. And then my bench, Anana picking up 2. Garnacho picking up 2. Gusto obviously picking up 0. And then Lascelles picking up 0 as well. So yeah, all in all, a really, really bad game week. I think now, like, my original target before my wildcard was, like, top 1k. And now my target, I think, is just going to be top 10k. I think the season's... Obviously, I'm still very, very happy with the rank. I mean, 8k is ridiculous. It's just... I guess it's just bad after bad after bad. Like, I've played my wildcard and I'm, like, 30 points down. It's hard to be optimistic about that. I know the rank's good, but... It is a bit deflating because I was having this, like, really, really good season. And again, it's still a good season at the end of the day. I know a lot of people would love to have a rank of 8k, but... You know, my team's kind of in the bin at the moment, and yeah, like I said, it's just not nice seeing red hour after red hour after red hour after you've just played your wild card. But anyway, it is what it is. 51 points. Moving on into game week 33. Let's go over my transfers. So I do have 2 transfers in the bank with 1.4 mil. As I said, slept through the deadline, so I didn't make a transfer. I need to get rid of Lascelles. You know, he's actually gone down in price now. So he's down to 3.8 instead of 3.9. I just don't really know who to bring in. One player that I could potentially bring in is like a Brentford defender, because I'm pretty sure they have Sheffield United this week. They have Sheffield United. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the me from Man United. So yeah, they do have Sheffield United at home this week, and then they've got Luton away in 34. Obviously, I'll be free hitting in 34 regardless. So do I just take a punt on Brentford players because they've just got really nice fixtures towards the end of the season? They've got Sheffield United at home, Luton away in 34, which doesn't matter. And then they've got Everton away in 35, Fulham at home in 36, and then Bournemouth away in 37, then Newcastle at home in 38. Obviously, no doubles, though, so that's a little bit of an issue. I would love to bring in a City defender. It's just I don't know who's going to play. Like, Vardio, I'm going to wait. If he's fine, then I'll bring him in, but there's just not really any defense from City that look solid at the moment. Like, that are definitely going to be playing every single game. So... yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I've got 5.2 mil to bring someone in. To be fair, I may even get rid of Saka this week and bring in Foden. I think that's just going to be my transfer regardless, because I don't like the idea of Saka coming off early every fixture, and you know he has just been rested for that fixture that City just had. But of course, Champions League is coming up and stuff, and obviously Foden is going to play in that. But if we do get news or whatever reason that Foden is going to start, then I'd like to play him over Saka. But I just know if I get rid of Saka, he's just going to go big. Like, how can I go with no Arsenal? Like, it's just such a silly thing. But there's like nobody else that I can really bring in. Like, I don't really have the funds elsewhere to bring anybody else in. Like, I can't go from Garnacho to Foden. It just doesn't really make sense. So it'd have to be Saka, unless to be fair, I got rid of one of my strikers, which I'm also kind of thinking of doing. So if I don't get rid of Lascelles this week, and I keep Saka, and I do downgrade Solanke, because I don't need Solanke. Like, I don't need him. I'm gonna free hit him in 34 regardless, so it doesn't even matter. So that takes me down to 8.6. So if I do bring in a striker like Muniz or someone like that, who I don't even know what fixtures that Fulham have got coming up. They don't have the greatest fixtures, but I could bring in Muniz for 4.7. That gives me 3.9. So I can bring Foden in for Garnacho. But at the same time, like, do I really want... I mean, that's just something else I could do, to be fair. I've got 0.5 still in the bank, which will allow me to bring in somebody else for Lascelles. But at the same time, I'm just getting rid of a double game week 37 player. Plus, after the 34, Garnacho is going to have Burnley at home and Crystal Palace away, which are 2 pretty nice fixtures. But I kind of really want Foden in the squad. But can I go the rest of the season without Saka? Like, Villa at home is a tough fixture. I'm going to free hit him in 34. Then Spurs away and United away. Bournemouth at home, obviously a really nice fixture. And then who have they got last of the... Then they've got Everton at home as well. So... yeah, it's one of those really. Who do I go with out of those? But I don't know. I mean, I don't really need Solanke at all. Like, he's got Man United at home, and then I'm gonna free hit him regardless. So I could get rid of Solanke this week, but there's not really any strikers that are like jumping out at me that I really want to bring in. And again, I'd have to bring in someone like Muniz for one upgrade Garnacho, but I don't think it's really the smartest thing to upgrade Garnacho right now. So I mean, one of my transfers has to be get rid of Lascelles this week. I have to get rid of him. It makes the most sense. It's just it'd be nice to bring in a City defender. So let's just say, I don't know, Akanji is going to be playing. Because like I say, Ake's out, Walker's out, Gavardiol could potentially be out. So Akanji might just be the shout. But then he's just probably going to get benched, isn't he? Like, he only came on for 45 minutes against Palace because Gavardiol was out. But he just played 3 90s in a row. He gets a lot of minutes, but it's just so risky, man. There's just not anybody that I could really see myself going with. Like, if I go into the City defence, there's Ruben Diaz, obviously, which is also... I think Diaz is probably the safest option, but I don't even think I can bring him in. unless I can bring in Diaz if I downgrade Saka to Foden, because then I've got 0.3 in the bank right now, but that's probably the safest player to really bring in. I mean, John Stones could be safe, but he's so injury prone that I don't know if that's going to be worth it really either. I just need to bring in a City defender that's nailed, and right now there's just none of them that are really nailed, to be fair. The goalkeeper is also out of the question as well. Like, I could get rid of Petrovic this week, which I would love to do so much because I absolutely hate owning these Chelsea defenders. But yeah, I think that could be one thing I'd do, is just Diaz, and then Diaz and Foden in maybe, and then that's just, 0.1 in the bank, and I don't have to worry about anything else really then. I've still got Bradley that I need to get rid of too, but at the same time, I'm probably going to get rid of Solanke in the future as well and just get rid of him. And then obviously I'll have the money to upgrade Bradley. So that could be one thing that I do, and I have 0.1 left in the bank. And the other option is really just to bring in... I don't even know, to be fair, because I just don't really want to get rid of Saka. There's no point in me bringing in an Arsenal defender because I'm 3-hitting and 34 anyway. I'm just going to have to deal with it for another week. I just have to get rid of ourselves because not having a strong bench is kind of killing me. But it could be Diaz in this week. I'll wait for press conference and see what's happening. Like, I just think that a City defender makes the most sense because they've got Luton at home. I won't play them in free hit 34, and then they've got Forest away and Wolves at home, and then they double in 37. So I have to have a City defender, but it's just who do I play because there's just so much rotation. And then even Foden and Haaland can get rotated as well. But either way, that's kind of where we're at the moment. So I'm most likely going to do Diaz and Foden in this week. Just goodbye to Saka. I mean, I've been making all the wrong decisions lately, so there's probably another bad decision. But on the grand scheme of things, it kind of makes sense because I'm free hitting in 34. Bring Saka back in for that. Foden's got Luton at home this week. Doubles in 37. Has better fixtures as well towards the end of the season. And I feel like Guardiola's going to have to, he's not won the league, he's very much up for grabs, so I feel like he'll want to be playing his best 11 every week now, especially because Liverpool slipped up, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that could be my 2 transfers this week, and just go full City, and yeah, just see what happens with that. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment. What are your plans for Game Week 33? Subscribe if you're brand new, and until next time, peace.